Hi Aquarius, how's it going? I hope you're doing fantastic today. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Lynn, and I'm going to be doing a general reading for you. This is for the month of October. For whenever you come across this video, and then it's good until the end of October, okay? I've already cleared the energy of the cards. This is a Celtic cross spread, and I also pulled a clarifier for each card. So let's see what messages Spirit has for you today. I am going to be just channeling the messages from Spirit, okay? These are all the messages that Spirit has for you. 10 tarot cards for a Celtic cross spread with 10 clarifiers. The bottom of the deck card and 2 oracle cards came out. You have gratitude and death. So the message here, Aquarius, from Spirit is that you're not broken, you're becoming. October is going to bring a major energetic shift for you. A chapter is closing, but the new one isn't fully here yet. You're in the in-between stage. You're shedding emotional baggage, you're healing past wounds, and you're reclaiming your true self. Spirit is calling you to surrender control and trust the process. The key themes to your reading are karmic cycles ending, releasing control and perfectionism, emotional healing and rest, spiritual realignment, and new beginnings, but don't rush. The card on the bottom of the deck, the Four of Cups, is telling you to stop overlooking the gift in front of you. Just because it doesn't look like what you expected doesn't mean it isn't for you. And then with the 2 oracle cards, you got gratitude and you got the death card. The message with these cards is to be thankful even for the endings, because they're clearing space for a rebirth. The advice from Spirit is to let go, rest, reflect, and rebuild. You don't have to force what's meant for you, okay? Let's go through your cards here individually. So your first card that came out is the Six of Swords and the Hermit reversed, Major Arcana. These cards represent your present situation. So these cards are saying that you're trying to move on mentally or emotionally, but there's resistance to inner reflection. You want peace, but true peace requires inner clarity, not just outer movement. Okay, so like having to sit with yourself, quiet, meditate, to just check in with yourself, that's all. Like do the shadow work, not even necessarily the shadow work, but just tune in with your heart and soul, check in on how you're doing. And then what's challenging you or crossing you or your situation, you have the Eight of Pentacles, and the clarifier is the Nine of Pentacles. So these cards are saying that you're working hard to improve or prove yourself. But you're tying your worth too closely to what you produce. So this combination of cards are asking you, are you healing or are you avoiding? Okay? You're working hard to improve yourself, or you're working hard to prove yourself, but you're tying your worth too closely to what you're producing. So Spirit is asking you, are you healing or are you avoiding something? That's, again, having to go within and figure out. what your soul is trying to tell you. And then your foundation card is the Knight of Wands, Knight of Wands, and the clarifier is the Star reversed. So for your foundation message, these cards are saying that past impulsive actions may have led to burnout or disappointment. Your inner fire is there, but your hope in yourself or your path has been shaken. And then I'll go in more deeply to your cards, okay? I'm just going through them a little bit just to give you an idea so far what the reading is about. And we'll go deeper into the messages. The fourth card represents your recent past. So you have the Seven of Pentacles reversed with the Ten of Wands as the clarifier. So these cards together are saying that you've invested deeply, you've waited, you've carried too much, but nothing bloomed the way you had hoped. You're now aware of the need to stop forcing outcomes. And then your fifth card represents your conscious mind, and the cards that came out are the Three of Cups reversed with the Wheel of Fortune reversed. So these cards together are saying that there may be distance or conflict with friends or in your community. You're aware that something needs to change, but it feels like the timing is off or stuck. And then your sixth card represents your near future, and you have the Fool and the Nine of Wands reversed. So these cards are saying that a new beginning is here, but you're hesitant. Past wounds have left you guarded. Spirit is saying, trust again, even if you've been burned. Okay? Yeah, it's scary, but you have faith that what God sent you was meant for you for growth. Okay? Either way, it's a gift. The near future, a new beginning is here, but you're hesitant, you're nervous. Maybe you're a little bit afraid, you don't want to get burned again. But you can't live like that, right, Aquarius? You have to, that's not living life fully. Life is going to knock us down. We're going to get burned by people, but if we just stay down, we're not going to enjoy life as much. Spirit saying you need to trust again, okay? And then your seventh card, your inner world, you got the World reversed and the Hanged Man reversed. So these cards together are saying that you feel incomplete, like a chapter hasn't fully closed. There's resistance to letting go or seeing things from a new perspective. So surrender is key here. Surrender is key. And then your external energy, you have the Magician reversed, and the clarifier is the Knight of Swords. So these cards are saying that someone around you may be manipulative or rushing you. So be cautious. Not every opportunity or person has your best interest at heart. And then your hopes and fears. You have the Justice reversed with the Hierophant reversed. You're afraid of being treated unfairly. You're tired of following traditional rules that don't resonate with you. You crave fairness, but on your terms. And then the likely outcome, you have the Strength reversed and the Nine of Swords reversed as the clarifier. So these cards are saying that you may feel drained, vulnerable, or anxious, but clarity is coming. Facing your fears and softening your approach is part of the healing. And then the bottom of the deck card, the Four of Cups, says that there's a gift in front of you, but discontentment is blinding you to it. Aquarius, Spirit is telling you don't reject what your soul asked for just because it's wrapped differently. Okay? Don't reject what your soul asked for just because it's wrapped differently. Be thankful for this life and the opportunities it presents, and endings are merely beginnings. Let what needs to end. Don't force healing or answers. Accept what is. Open your heart and prepare for a rebirth. The overall energetic theme for October for you, Aquarius, is a period of emotional and spiritual transition. You're leaving behind what no longer serves you, yet you're still processing emotional heaviness or unresolved internal conflict. This month is asking for release, surrender, and personal truth, even if the path feels uncertain or unsteady. There's a major spiritual reset in progress. Think karmic lessons, energetic clearing, and a recalibration of self-worth and direction. You're moving on from something mentally and emotionally draining. Okay, you're moving on from something mentally and emotionally draining. A situation, just a second, someone's outside on their dirt bikes. I have my window cracked a little bit because I have my candle open, but sorry about that. A situation, a belief, or even a relationship. That's what you're moving from, okay? Either mentally or emotionally draining. You're moving on from something mentally, emotionally draining. Either it's a situation, a belief, or even a relationship. But the Hermit reversed shows some resistance to deep introspection. Aquarius, you're on a path of healing, but you are possibly avoiding solitude or internal work. There may be fear around fully confronting the past or being alone in your truth. The message from Spirit is healing is happening, but you may be trying to skip the soul searching. Spirit is urging you to slow down and reflect before pushing forward. You're focused on improving your skills, your work, or your self-worth. You want independence, success, and to feel accomplished. But this also shows pressure to perfect yourself, especially materially. You may be tying your value too much to external productivity. The challenge that the Spirit is asking you, Aquarius, are you working to heal or are you working to distract yourself? This is about impulsive energy in the past, chasing passion or goals without grounding. The Star card reversed, which is your own card, Aquarius, it shows disillusionment or a loss of faith. You may have gone after something with fire, but were disappointed. And now you're healing your hope and identity. You waited and waited and invested so much effort, but it didn't yield results. And this left you overburdened and exhausted. But October is the turning point after this long stretch of disappointment and overwork. You're ready to put down the burden, but you haven't yet fully let go. You're aware that something is off in your social circle or relationships. Maybe there's a lack of support or joy. The Wheel of Fortune reversed suggests feeling stuck or that timing is against you. It could be a karmic cycle involving friendships or emotional connections that needs to be broken. A fresh start is coming, but you're hesitant to fully trust it. The Nine of Wands reversed shows burnout or cynicism from past wounds. Aquarius, Spirit is presenting you with a new beginning, but it can only be embraced if you release the wounded warrior mindset and open yourself to trust. You're feeling stuck, like something is incomplete. There's a lack of closure or resolution. The Hanged Man reversed suggests resistance to surrender. Perhaps trying to control timing or refusing to shift your perspective. The message is that a cycle must end, but it requires acceptance and surrender, something you're resisting internally. There may be manipulative or forceful energy around you, people rushing you, pushing ideas, or not acting with integrity. The Magician reversed can also be about imposter syndrome, feeling like you lack the power to change things. There's a warning here that Spirit is giving you, Aquarius, and the warning is be wary of impulsive people or offers that sound too good to be true. Not everything is as it seems. You fear being treated unfairly or being trapped in rigid, outdated structures, tradition, family, societal expectations. This may also reflect a deep hope for truth and fairness, even if it requires going against the grain. You're struggling between doing what's expected and doing what's authentic. To thine own self be true, Aquarius. Do what's authentic to you. That's my advice. There is emotional vulnerability, anxiety, and inner fear being brought to light. You may be exhausted, or you may be questioning your resilience. But the Nine of Swords reversed shows that you're beginning to release anxiety and find clarity. You're confronting fear, not avoiding it. You're being offered something, a spiritual insight, an emotional opportunity, but you may not see it due to disillusionment or dissatisfaction. You may be experiencing apathy or emotional fatigue. The message from Spirit is, don't miss what's being offered just because it doesn't look the way you expected. Okay? Just drop the cards here. Oh, let me just see. Okay. Sorry, I just dropped the cards on the floor. They fell. Gratitude. This is a reminder to shift your mindset. Even in difficulty, gratitude can be a powerful realignment tool. This is a heart-opening message to focus on what is working, even if it is small. And then you're learning that endings are merely beginnings. This whole reading echoes this card. You're in a deep transition. You're letting go is not failure, it's evolution. Something must die, a mindset, a relationship, a self-concept, for something better to emerge. You're at a powerful crossroads, Aquarius. October brings the culmination of a long karmic cycle marked by disappointment, burnout, and a crisis of faith in self or spirit. You're in the midst of an emotional, mental, and spiritual clearing. This is not the time to push forward recklessly or pretend to have it all together. Let go of control, embrace vulnerability, and above all, trust the new path forming beneath your feet. Even if you feel weak or uncertain, Spirit is calling you to shed old beliefs, break free from unhealthy cycles, reclaim your authenticity, and step into a new chapter with faith, not fear. Allow endings to unfold. Don't resist what's leaving. Practice gratitude daily to shift from fear to openness. Be cautious of manipulative influences or rushed decisions. Don't isolate emotionally, but do take quiet time for reflection. And accept that healing isn't linear. Vulnerability is a part of strength. And trust that closure is coming, even if it's delayed. Okay? Major transition, emotional release, stepping into a new chapter. You're definitely moving on from something heavy, but you're still processing the emotional and spiritual weight of the past. October marks a turning point, a chance to finally release what's been draining you and begin again, but only if you're willing to confront what you've avoided. Let go of the past. You've carried too much for too long. It's time to put the burden down. Healing is not bypassing. Moving forward without doing the inner work will only delay true growth. Trust the new beginning. A fresh start is trying to come in, but it requires surrender, not control. And remember, be cautious. Not everyone around you has pure intentions. Avoid impulsive decisions and manipulation. And do a self-worth check. You're being called to detach your value from what you produce or achieve. Aquarius, you are enough just as you are. Don't miss the blessing being offered again just because it looks different than you expected. Stay open. Focus on what is working. Even small blessings can shift your vibration. Endings are necessary. You're being prepared for a powerful new beginning. This is a time to rest, reflect, and release. Drop the armor. Embrace your vulnerability. Let go of old cycles so your soul can realign with truth and purpose. Remember, you're not broken, you're becoming. That is your reading, Aquarius. Thank you so much for allowing me to channel these messages from Spirit for you. I'm so excited I get to do this for you. Yeah, let me know how it went. I'm sending you lots of love and strength. Take good care, and I will see you next time. Bye.